Hey guys, what's happening? Today we are going to explore points, lines, and planes, and just like the atom is the building block of all things in science and nature and whatever, points, lines, and planes are the building blocks of everything we do in geometry. And we call those the I don't know what that was. We call those the undefined terms. Alright, that's supposed to be the letter E right there. There we go. So we call these the undefined terms. I'm not going to define them, I guess, because I can't, but I will explain what they are and some real life situations where you might see something that represents a point, line, or a plane. Alright guys, so in class Friday, we talked about these a little bit, and I asked for some examples of what you think a point is, and most people said it's a dot. And I liked that answer. Sure, it's a dot. And then I asked a little bit more, okay, give me an example in real life. And most of you said like a dot on a GPS or a dot on the map of Grand Theft Auto or something. And that was perfect because those dots do exactly what a point does. It represents a location. So I'm going to put a little dot here for Plant City, Florida, and that point represents the location of Plant City. Awesome. Some people told me that a point was like the point on the tip of your pencil, and that's another good answer too. Your pencil does come to a point at the end, or your pen, or whatever you're writing with. Totally comes to a point. So I thought those were really great examples. Up next, let's talk about lines. A line would be a straight path, right? It would contain points, but it would be a straight path. Some of you said that a line is like a road, so I'll kind of draw I-4. That's kind of straight, whatever. That would be a good example of a line, or a road, a straight road. Some of you said that the pencil was an example of a line, because it was straight. I thought that was good. And we'll talk more about that box that you see in the middle there. We'll talk about that in a minute. Next, let's go to planes. Some of us didn't know what planes were. Some of us did. Maybe Florida's a good example of a plane because it's a flat surface. A plane is a flat surface that extends forever in 2 dimensions. So maybe Florida, because it's flat, is a good example of a plane. This sheet of paper would be a really good example of a plane because it's flat. The desk that you were writing on, the iPad that I'm writing on, is a good example of a plane because it's that flat surface. Now let's look at our rectangular prism here because I can very, very clearly see a plane. In fact, I see like 6 of them. So that would be a really good example of a plane. And you see many of them. And you also probably see some really good examples of lines too. I see a lot of straight paths. So here's good examples of lines. Alrighty, so I see many planes, I see many lines, but what about points? Can you guys find any points on that rectangular prism or that box? Maybe you can, maybe you're not sure, but I think I see one right here. Yeah, where all those lines intersect, we totally have a point. In fact, oops, missed a line here. In fact, that's something that's kind of cool about our intersections where 2 lines intersect, or more. Where 2 or more lines intersect, we have a point. So check out all these points. So all those points make up the vertices of that rectangular prism. So that's kind of neat. And let's see what happens when these We saw what happened when lines intersect. Let's see what happens when 2 planes intersect. So I already have that one in blue. Let's mark this one up in blue as well. So can you see where those two blue planes intersect? Try to use a different color. Let's use yellow. So where this plane intersects this plane would be right here. Where they come together like two walls meeting in a corner. We call that the edge, and these two planes totally intersect in a line. Cool. So we've seen what happens when two lines intersect. We've seen what happens when two planes intersect. What we haven't seen yet is when a plane is intersected by a line. So that would be almost like this pencil being stabbed through that paper, because the pencil was a line and the paper was a plane. So let's do that real quick. Let's pretend that we're stabbing this plane. That sounds kind of violent, but whatever. So we're stabbing this plane with a line. Now it's going to pierce it. It's going to go through it and then pop out. I'm going to try to do my best at a 3D thing here. It's going to pop out on the other side. Keep going, right? Not my best artwork. But imagine if I took that pencil out, what you would see there. It would leave a hole or a dot, right? So hopefully you can see that when that line intersects a plane, it forms a point. Very, very cool. And that's as far as we're going to go in this video. In the next video, we'll name them. We'll talk about what they are and all that good stuff too. All right, I hope that helped. See ya.